What's good? 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 Welcome back to Boss Talks Podcast. Y'all know on the show anything goes. I will start off by saying I'm sick. Got a cold. This motherfucking, some of y'all may have been facing the ice storm or the snow or both. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's a pretty big storm. But I mean, it ain't like from what I'm hearing, it ain't like it's dropping like a lot of snow, but ice is ice. It can just be a little bit of ice, so if it ain't scraped off the motherfucking road, shit can happen. My motherfucking nose, like I've been blowing the fuck out of it, and it's like raw, fucking right up under here is like kind of burning and shit. So yeah, y'all gonna hear me sniffling. I'm gonna say this from the jump. Y'all gonna hear me sniffling. I maybe have to be like, hold on real quick. I ain't gonna let y'all hear me blow my nose. I know that sounds nasty. So, and I'll probably mute myself when I sneeze. When I sneeze, like when my allergies is fucking up, like hold up. Literally what I was trying to tell y'all before the sneeze came on. I might sneeze 5 times to 10 times, maybe 20. It all just depends, you know. Never normally just a choo. No, I know I'm gonna have to, for real. Sometimes I'll be sneezing so much, but achoo, and my mouth be watering. I try to like swallow spit right, and as soon as I'm like achoo in the middle of yeah, it'd be crazy. So I've been doing. I done took some medicine and shit, so hope that shit kicks in sooner than I wanted to. But yeah, let's get into the show. So I've already spoke on something like this already. Now it's pretty much confirmed. I mean, I haven't seen mainstream. I mean, I could be wrong. It's not like I went and checked everywhere, because really I don't fuck with the news that much. Sometimes I'll go there, like I don't watch news on the TV. It'd be off of YouTube. And I might go and see something that they say, like say like a interview or a press conference, something like that. Then I'll like kind of tune in. What's good? Some motherfucking chat to CC and DJ. What's good with it? And then anybody else watching, anybody that's watching later. But so yeah, I think no, I didn't put the name in the title. So okay, so there's a woman by the name of Tanisha Jeffries, right? Demtrius Haley, right? He's the cop. Y'all remember on the video where the sky cop, you see a cop. Well, I think it was on another on a body cam, but you could barely see what he did. But on the sky cop or sky cam, whatever you want to call it, one of the cops walked up on him and just kicked him in his face, right? That's Demtrius. Demtrius Haley is his fucking name. This is a bitch ass motherfucker right here. You know what I'm saying? So remember how I said it was rumor, and I'm starting to, and I can say on this show, that so far that I've seen on this show, it was the first. Hold on, I'm just gonna turn the camera off real quick. It was the first to show or speak on the reason why he was targeted, and it was, you know, someone I know had commented and said, toilet paper roll is on the ground. Yeah, it was basically just, a rumor. Now it's starting to come out. The truth is starting to come out. But like I said, y'all's hearing it from me first, probably. There are other people that are kind of talking about it, but I really do believe, as far as YouTube goes, especially news, because it's not on the news yet. Because like I said, well, I'm not even gonna say it like that, because then other people may take. Yeah, I'm just not even gonna go there, because yeah. But anyways, it was brought on here. I said it's a rumor. Then more information came out. You see the thumbnail, right? My thumbnail. That's Demtrius Haley, the guy that kicked Tyre in his face. That's his baby mama. Now the you see the little emoji on the So there's actually two emojis. I don't know if hold on, let me see. I don't know. I forgot what my own thumbnail looks like. All right, so yeah, you can kind of see two emojis. That's because if you look closer, you can tell it's because she's holding a baby. So the emoji is blocking out the baby's face, right? So he is in a picture or whatever, and looks just like him. Looks just like that baby, right? So I mean, all that shit was being, put together. Now, there's, I think I'll screenshot it on here. So, all right, he died. Tyre died 3 days after that shit happened. The shit happened January 7th. So he died the 10th or maybe the 11th, because it was that night. So let's just say the 10th or 11th, right? So I want to check the date. So January 12th. Remember, y'all, he did not they didn't fire anybody until like January 20th, right? That's whenever it really came out to the public, was January 20th. Right? On January 12th, she shared, and I can show everybody real quick. Hold on. On January 12th, you see it shows that she shared some a Flannel Bohannon's post that says justice was served, right? There was no arrest or nothing being made, like I said, until January 20th and after. Not before, after. So what could she have meant Now, y'all know when and she put a bunch of hearts. That was her reaction to someone else's post on January 12th for justice to be being served. What the fuck could she have meant by that? What could she have meant by that? And I might as well, while I'm at it, go ahead and do this. So, of course, the guy on the right, that's Tyre. The guy on the left is the bitch made motherfucker named Demtrius Haley, right? So Demtrius Haley has a kid. I don't know if they've been messing around or whatever. Like I mean, I would assume for him to have set Tyre up, right? This was a setup. This was a fucking setup. You know what I'm saying? This was a fucking setup. Like when y'all hear the way they were talking, like I hope they stomp the fuck out of them. You know, all this shit. It's a rabbit hole like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? If y'all mind, give me 1 second. I gotta blow my nose. Sorry, y'all. Be patient with me. Yeah. My eye water and shit. All right, so yeah, he was set up. All right, so I did some more research. Remember, I spoke on the Scorpion unit, right? I also said I'm not sure if the Scorpion unit is made up of only the ones that got in trouble and fired. So the Scorpion unit has a total of 10 people in there. There's two other units that are similar, made up for the same reasons that the Scorpion unit is made up of. And, you know, like I said, the Scorpion unit, I did kind of speak or gave them a little more, how can I say it? Like I was saying that they go and do like tactical stuff, but technically not really. They handle like going to get street drugs off the street, you know, just major crime type shit. They deal with major crime, you know what I'm saying? Not with someone that like they're picked for a reason, right? To go after the worst shit in the city, right? Now they're not like the tactical type units where, like I was thinking, you know what I'm saying? They may have before done some drug busts, like how would you say it? Like assisted other units, you know, but yeah, like the chief of police or her crooked ass. She said they got over in the last year, the Scorpion unit, which, like I said, is made up of about 10 people, 10 people in each unit that she made up of, or that she made, because the Scorpion unit definitely was made by her. She picked the people, she picked the name, all of this shit. And I'll tell you what Scorpion stands for. Scorpion is an acronym. It means street crime operations to restore peace in our neighborhoods, or street crimes operations to restore peace in our neighborhoods. So she says, you know what I'm saying? I know a lot of motherfuckers like gangs or whatever, and I ain't trying to draw a snitch or whatever, but on the cool, like, and this is just an example. I'm not saying this is what, like, y'all know NLE Chopper, right? NLE. Like rappers will have certain names at the beginning. A lot of them might be real and say, "Oh yeah, this is my clique. This is what I rep. This is my gang or whatever. This is my record label, whatever." Right? And it's an acronym for something, right? And yeah, so Scorpion apparently that's what Scorpion means, and they got over 800 guns off the streets, and I don't know if I'm assuming they arrested over 2,000 felons, right? Which we all know, like, as far as the legal system goes, they look at felons as like even if they've done their time. This is what I hate about the system. Like, you can do your time, but you're still gonna be looked at as that bad person forever. That's why, it's if you see me turn my camera off, it's because I'm wiping my nose. I ain't trying to have y'all, getting all grossed out and shit. But sorry. Yeah, they I don't give a fuck. I mean, when I say that they got over 800 guns off the streets, I'm not trying to like state the good things that they've done, because 800 guns, ooh, what do you do? Like, that definitely doesn't mean that's like 800 people. You know what I'm saying? There's so many people that have more than one gun, like myself, right? I mean, probably y'all listening probably got more than one, because I always say at least definitely have a pistol and a rifle. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. What you gotta have. You gotta try to get a scope at least. You know what I'm saying? You never know. You might need a hunt. You know what I'm saying? To get you some food or whatever. You never know. You never know. Get you some red dot to make things a little easier for you once you get that bitch sighted in. But anyways, so at the beginning when all this happened, the chief she wasn't gonna disband the Scorpion unit. She was asked that. Do you think are you gonna put an end to the Scorpion unit? And she said, right now it's premature. She's like, I really don't think. Basically, she didn't think that it was, that they should do it, because she says that the Scorpion unit was made because of the people's concerns for their safety and shit like that. By basically saying that there's no peace in the city. They're worried. 2021, like basically, that was the worst year ever in Memphis, ever, as far as crimes, shootings, killings, shit like that. Right? I think it's really it was homicides. The worst year ever in Memphis ever was 2021. For those that know the rapper Young Dolph, he died, I think, November 17th, 2021. And for those of y'all that's been watching long enough, y'all remember I went to his memorial the day after he died, so the 18th, you know. But I know if anybody was paying attention to that, y'all know there was definitely some murders that happened after that because he got killed. You know what I'm saying? Shit, when I was at the memorial, there was an attempted murder that happened while I was there. We got shot at. Well, let me rephrase that. They wasn't looking at me trying to shoot at me. They just wasn't just trying to just dump shots just at the crowd. No, they knew there's like I think it's a Family Dollar. Yeah, a Family Dollar right beside Makita's cookie shop, and that those people were standing right there. But honestly, it seemed like the motherfucker started shooting, passing by the cookie shop. But see, there was cops standing out of their car, you know what I'm saying? And there was cops in their car already. So as soon as he drove by, boom, 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 I dropped. Everybody else took off. Well, I said everybody else took off. The cops took off, right? There's two of them that took off instantly. And I don't know if the guy that did the shooting crashed because he was getting chased or what. But he crashed, he got caught, you know what I'm saying? But yeah. It was a war. And honestly, that war still may be going on, you know, because if the streets, they're not, if they found the guy and killed the guy that or the people that had something to do with killing Young Dolph, they're not going to go to the news and say, "Oh yeah, we found the guy. Here, y'all take him." They're not going to say shit. You'll never know, you know. But let me see. I'm trying to think. Even though those cops are facing second-degree murder, you know, I'm not sure if this is like this in every state, but here they can of course they can change the charges at any time. They can make them worse, or they can, you know, downgrade them. I'm pretty sure it's like that everywhere, which I know, like, because I was facing a felony at one time, and that bitch got bumped down to a misdemeanor or whatever. But in this situation, I really think that it either should stay at where it's at, or they get a worse charge because yeah, the whole situation. And I believe that the reason the chief of police of Memphis disbanded the Scorpion unit and made an arrest, which they've been bonded out, because she probably wanted to stay the chief of police, and she probably knew that if she didn't act on it, she was most likely going to end up losing her motherfucking power, you know. And the fucking mayor, like, fuck him too. Like, I gotta understand something. Yeah, Memphis is a big city. It's known by a lot of people, just like all the other big cities in America. And you know, even though there's crime every day in Memphis, it's not national news shit about Memphis, right? So right now, Memphis is super popular. You know what I'm saying? Like the chief of police, this has probably been the most interviews she's had the entire time she's been the chief, including the mayor. You know what I'm saying? So in my opinion, it's more of, oh, this motherfucker is like soaking up the publicity. You know what I'm saying? Like loving it. And just the way I see him in interviews and shit, to me, I just feel like he's more how can I say it? He's more worried about getting his little shine on than what actually happened. You know, exactly. Fuck the whole police organization for real. Um, because they say that there's good cops, but you know what? If you got some apples, a bag of apples, well, I know me. If two or three of them in that bag is rotten out of the 15 apples in the bag, I'm throwing the whole bag away. That's just how I am. You know what I'm saying? If there was only three or four bad, like rotten apples, and there's maggots on them or fruit flies or whatever, throwing the whole bag away. I'm not just gonna be like, oh yeah, these are good because the outside might look good. Those bitches are rotten for a reason. So the inside of those other apples may be rotten in too. You just don't see it yet. So and put it this way: a lot of times I've seen all right, like when we see shit like this happen, literally every time we see this type of shit happening where a cop kills somebody, you never see another cop put them in their place right away and let them know they fucked up, they did something wrong. You just never see that. It's just like, well, you did it. Now I'm riding with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they did, they wouldn't be facing charges. But see, the Scorpion unit, they all work together regularly. You know what I'm saying? They probably they know each other's girlfriends, wives, whatever, right? They know they you know how, as far as the movies go, I don't really know how police shit works, but as far as on the movies, when they have a partner, they're supposed to have each other's back, tell each other everything, really be like best friends, like brothers or sisters, brother and sister if it's a male, female, or cop. You know what I'm saying? But I'm sure it was like that, And I bet with this, was it Tanisha? Is her name? I want to get Tanisha Jeffries. All right, I'm gonna say a little story real quick because it kind of relates to it. The day I met my wife, right? This reminds me of a situation, the same situation. The day I met my wife, it was Memorial Day. I went on a raft. It was a float trip. I was canoeing, right? I was on a canoe by myself. Everybody had their own canoes. But honestly, any other time I went on a float trip, I always was on a raft. I like rafts better, especially after this shit happened. I'll never get on a canoe again. I've said this story where I almost died, like because I fell out and then the current sucked me under. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. But I made it alive. After that, we went and ate pizza. Got back because we went somewhere in Oklahoma to float. And once we got back to Arkansas, to where I'm from, uh, we got some bud, some beer. Trying to think if we got some liquor. We just got some alcohol. Let's just say that. I know for sure it was a beer. We had to get bud twice that night because I remember we smoked it all, and then like I said, all right, so we were supposed to meet up with his girl. I was single. The homie had a girl, so we've been gone all fucking day long. We did a 12-mile fucking float. You know what I'm saying? So it took us like 8 or 9 hours. You know, and like yeah, he wanted to see her. So after when we was done, we went and ate pizza. When we got back, he's hitting her up. She ain't answered. He's like, "What the fuck?" So he ends up calling again, and a guy answers the phone. They're arguing. I'm in the passenger seat, so I'm like, in my head, I'm like, all right, bet this shit. Like, you know, I already know how he is. I know he's pissed off, and he's ready to do something. He's like, "Where the fuck you at then?" This motherfucker says, we're at her crib. Bet that. Or her mom's crib, actually. And so we pull up. There was 2 cars in the driveway. One of them was her mom's. The other one was a car we didn't know about. So that's his girl. So he knows who comes over there and shit like that. He's over there all the time. So he said, "There's that motherfucker. He's fucking here." So I had already said, I got you, bro. Like, I don't care. I was like, I got you. We'll whoop this dude's ass. You know what I'm saying? Get him the fuck up out of here. And I said, you got anything in the back that I can use? He was like, I think I got a few crowbars. You know what I'm saying? Maybe some screwdrivers and shit. I said, I'll take the crowbar. He's like, yeah, let's use the crowbar. He said, matter of fact, let's fuck the car up. Let's fuck his car up before we fuck him up. So I'm like, bet. So I crawled to the back. He got some bunch of shit for the car, like jumper cables, fucking gas cans, just shit you need in the back. Found the crowbars. Get back up in the front, hit him where I got my shit in my lap. I'm ready to hop out. Like, I'm ready to fuck the car up. I remember when I hopped at the car, the first thing I was going to hit was the left tail light. I was about to just bust that bitch. You know what I'm saying? Make it bad on him. You can bust out all the windows and still be able to drive, but you will get pulled over and shit if you got busted tail lights and shit or headlights. So I was trying to like make it to where he couldn't drive the bitch. I was gonna pull the tag off. I was gonna be extra, right? Definitely pop all the tires, you know what I'm saying? But then when we pulled up, there was 3 chicks in the that was standing in the yard. And it wasn't his girlfriend. One of them was her sister. And we get out, and his girl's sister was like, sees us with crowbars, and she's like, what's going on? What the hell is going on? We're already knowing what's going on, so there's no talking. So we walk up on the car aggressively, about to fuck it up. Like, literally. My wife goes, stop, that's my car. We're like, this is your car? And then he's like, where's the dude's name? And like, they left a little bit ago. And we're like, what the fuck? So, he's calling her, she's not answering. So he's going to places where he's about to go to places he thinks that she's at. So we just hop in the car and leave. We couldn't find them. She's not answering. I'm like, yeah, bro. She's on some fuck shit right now. She let a guy answer her phone, cuss you out, talk shit and all this. Now, I don't know if she fucked with him, but she was, she had a pill problem. And that dude that she was with had access to a bunch of pills. So I don't know if she was using them, fucking them for him. I don't know. Hold on, y'all. But my point of all that is when my homie tells me, man, my girl, she's cheating and she's with the guy right now. Like, I'm about to drive over there right now. In my mind, I got his back. No questions asked. Like, bet. Fuck that motherfucker. So my point in telling you that is that's the same thing that is going on with Demtrius Haley. He's telling his partners in crime or his partners that fight crime, apparently, he's telling them that. Like this bitch ass motherfucker, you know what I'm saying, is messing with, is fucking my baby mama or messing with my baby mama or whatever. And they're like, okay, and he put out some, I don't know what they call it. I forgot they call it, but yeah, I think he basically made it seem like he's a guy that we need to get. You know what I'm saying? And they targeted him. Like if you look at how he was pulled over, the white cop that I spoke on the last video, he came from behind him, right? The other cop came from in front. So it all of it's weird, but real shit. This will come out so that y'all can see what I'm talking about ain't just no bullshit. I understand some of y'all may have seen some of this shit online. It's not out there a lot. Like I said, this show is one of the first shows that spoke on this happening over a woman. Over a bitch made motherfucker that ain't play at all. Jealous as a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to know, did he cuss Tanisha out? So Demtrius, when they was fucking him up, he picked his phone up. I don't know if he grabbed it out of his pocket. I don't know. And he started going through it because he's trying to make for sure that was the guy. That's the right guy type shit. Even though they already beat the brakes off of him. And that's why he walked up on him and got that kick in on his face. There was no reason to do it. Like, it was pure anger. It wasn't, oh, let's just get this. I mean, it was pure anger from the start. It was noticeable. When someone's recklessly driving, that they could be drunk. Somebody could be having a seizure while they're driving. There's I forgot what it's called. One of y'all might know, but it's that I don't know if you'd call it a disease or whatever, but basically, people literally there's a thing where you could just be sitting there and just fall asleep. I forgot what it's called, but literally, my aunt's ex had that. I forgot what it's called, but like she would tell me about it. She's like, seriously, like it would piss me off because at first she was taking it as disrespect because she'd be talking to him, like conversating with him, and he'd start snoring, and she'd be like, "You motherfucker, how you fall asleep?" There, yeah, narcolepsy. That could be going on. So off the rip, even if the person's drunk, everyone knows how now, I'm not talking about the drunks that get violent. I'm talking about the people when they're drunk. It seems like that's the first time they ever got drunk. They may be super goofy or whatever, but they're not their self. You know what I'm saying? We know how it is to get, for those that have drank, how it is to get shitty and you're not yourself. You're not doing what you normally do. So fuck the DUI shit. It could have been something totally different if he really was driving recklessly. So their job should be to let me make for sure everything's okay. It's not like he ran some people over, hit a bunch of cars, you know what I'm saying? So there was really no reason for the aggression that they had when they walked up. But they had aggression because Tyre allegedly was digging in Demtrius' baby mama. You know what I'm saying? I say allegedly because, yeah, because right now, which I seen the picture, of Demtrius holding the baby, and it looks exactly like the baby in Tanisha's cover photo on Facebook. And like I said, I really want to know why she said justice is served on January fucking 12th. There was no, you know what I'm saying? It's just, to me, that sounds like she's saying justice was served because he died. You feel what I'm saying? Because at that time, there was nobody that was arrested yet. And like I said, even whenever the chief of police was like, "Oh, yep, I see the video. There was some fucked up things that went on." She still didn't feel like at first that the Scorpion unit should be disbanded because she looked at it as that unit or the reason for that unit has a positive effect on the city. She just looked at it like those guys are just fucked up. So let me speak on this. Keep speaking on this bitch made motherfucker Demtrius. So in 2016, no, it was 2018. No. Yeah, I was right. 2016, he was a CO. He was a correctional officer at a jail. A guy has recently came forth to let a bunch of people are coming forth to say, yeah, I've been beat up by this Scorpion unit. I've had this done by the Scorpion unit, blah, blah, blah. But before the Scorpion unit was formed or whatever, bitch made Demtrius was a CO. And of course, he tried to justify his, just like this time, try to justify it. He beat the brakes off another guy, knocked him out, in 2018, and I think he had to have been facing charges for it. I can't remember if he lost his job then, but I do know the judge dismissed it in 2018, right? Because I think there was like not enough evidence or whatever, but he dismissed it in 2018. So 2 years after that, 2020, he gets hired onto the Memphis Police Department. You know what I'm saying? Let me see something real quick. Let me see if I can. So the Memphis Police Department founded the Scorpion Unit in late 2021 to do what officials call hotspot policing. So he was hired in 2020, and then within a year, he was on the Scorpion Unit with 9 other people. And like I said, there's a total of 3 units that's just like that. I don't know what the other ones are called. But they got like there's basically 30 people, 10 in each unit, and like about 40 supervisors on top of that, right? So that yeah, it's just crazy. Hot spot police. So like I said, that's I mean, it was made for major crimes and shit, getting guns off the streets, shit like that, and possibly drugs and shit too. But let's see. I remember telling y'all that I think I played the video too. That there were some other people that got fired. So it said 3 Memphis fire employees was fired. Lieutenant Michelle Whitaker, that's a woman, and then 2 men EMTs, Robert Long and Jamichael Sandridge. Honestly, I think there's a couple more. There's 2 sheriffs, and I feel like right now those 2 sheriffs, they may have been named. Like I said, I haven't looked at everything. Like I'm gonna be real. I'm not trying to do. I'm not doing news or journalism for the nation. So I didn't really, and I'm also not getting paid for this or whatever. So I just kind of got enough information that would kind of make everything make sense. But yeah, so like I spent hours on watching and reading stuff. You know what I'm saying? But one thing I think what I thought was crazy. So the funeral was at a church, right? Of course, and it was called the Mason Temple. And so now I know Freemasons, they call their they call it the lodge where they meet at, right? So when they said Mason Temple, I was like, was he a Mason or something? And then I'm like, hold up, I that's supposed to be like a secret society. So I'm like, I've never heard of a funeral being at Masonic Lodge or whatever. So that threw me off for a second. But then did my research and I was like, that's crazy because even I probably passed by this temple and never realized it. You know what I'm saying? I think I have because of the area that it's in. You know what I'm saying? But what's crazy is this place, the Mason Temple where the funeral was at, was also at the same. This it's a historic building. I think it was. It's not like too old. It was made in 1941. I think it took 4 years to build, from 1941 to 1945. So during World War II and shit. But MLK, Martin Luther King Jr. He gave his last speech, probably the speech that got him killed, well, shot and then killed, was at the Mason Temple. That was the day when he spoke when MLK spoke at the Mason Temple. He was shot the next day. I know a lot of people think, oh, he was killed when he got shot at the Lorraine Motel. No, he wasn't shot and killed at all. He was gonna make it. He was gonna make it, and back then, that's what Martin Luther King is known for, was saying, I have a dream that, we'll all be able to drink from the same water fountain and shit like that, right? So we knew about the segregation and shit. So when it was a white man that put a pillow on MLK's face because he knew he was going to live, he was going to make it from that gunshot wound was not going to kill him. Didn't kill him. He was going to make it. But the job was to kill him. So they had to finish it. And a nurse witnessed the shit. And she kept that secret for a long time. She's probably scared, but she eventually, I'm trying to remember. She might have been on her deathbed. And she just wanted to tell the truth. But yeah, he was smothered to death. You know what I'm saying? He didn't die from the gunshot wound. But yeah. Those fire employees from the fire department or whatever, you can see on the video, they're there. They had because look, they think that they could have saved him. They think, yes, he would have had some broken bones, probably some brain damage or something, but they could have checked his vitals to see what was going on with his body. They could have started an IV and done some shit, you know what I'm saying, and saved him. But all they did was sit there and look at him. Type shit. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, like it was definitely a setup. You know what I'm saying? This should be first degree murder. And I honestly, after a while, I haven't heard no one say it, but I will see if I'll be the first one to say it. I think and believe they should and they will move it from second degree to first degree murder when they realize what the fuck I've already said, that first degree is planned. This was planned. It was planned for sure. He was targeted. What is that called? An APB or ABP or whatever the fuck it's called. And then boom, now cops are looking for certain tags, you know what I'm saying, or the make and model of a car. When you see that motherfucker, pull his ass over. You know what I'm saying? And he probably only said it to the Scorpion unit. That way, it could be like, yeah, we got to pull him over. Yeah, I got to see him or whatever. But I assume they probably didn't think that they were going to kill him. But I think he still was like, nah, I want to find him. And this is the best way to find him. And when I find him, yeah, we're going to fuck him up. You know, because they probably all owe each other favors. You know what I'm saying? Probably all of them did something wrong, and everybody doesn't see what they did wrong. So they're all keeping the secret. So it's like, well, kind of like you, everybody that grew up with their friends and they did something wrong, they didn't tell on them. So they didn't tell your homie didn't tell on you. So when you see them do something wrong, you ain't supposed to tell on them either. That's how it's going. As I said earlier, every time a cop fucking is in the wrong and shoots and kills somebody and makes the nation go out in an uproar, that cop could have said, whoa, you went too fucking far. But they don't because they're fucking friends. Well, they're not fucking friends. They're friends. You know what I'm saying? They got each other's back. So they just go with it. And then they may turn off their motherfucking body cam after the whole situation or whatever. I see a lot of times cops will do this. They shouldn't be allowed to cover up the across the arms. That way they can cover up the body cam. You know, there's so many times where, like, it happened in this situation where one of the cops, their body cam fell off. If I got a body cam on, I'm like, man, I don't want to motherfucking see this. I'm gonna knock it off myself. You know what I'm saying? And be like, oh well, it fell off. It shouldn't be able to fall off. It should be. I mean, I don't believe they should. If they're on duty, I don't care if they're riding around. It should be on the entire fucking time. If they're on break, they're not on duty. But while they're on duty, it should, because at any, you know what I'm saying, at any time something can happen. I remember whenever I got arrested at the protest, tased and my arm broken, all that shit. That's when I learned, because there was a couple people arguing with me saying, no, you can't turn the body cams off. I said, what the fuck you mean? So you call me a liar? I said, okay, let me ask you this. Have you ever been arrested and they had a body cam on? Like, you see the body cam on their body. This person said no. I said, exactly. I said, I have seen when they first started doing the body cams to when it got a little, when it, like, all right, one time I worked at this college, right? I was working at a football game. And I was working in the, when people could buy box seats. I was like making for sure, because when you buy box seats, they get treated like royalty. You know what I'm saying? So if they want their shit stocked up with alcohol and shit or anything, like say if they want they want wings, there's certain people that their job is to walk by, and if they see that it's halfway gone, all right, it's time to bring in more wings. Like literally keep everything full. That way they don't ever have to come ask, hey, can I get some more wings? Because they pay a lot for that box seat. Well, my job was to make for sure the alcohol was stocked up. You know what I'm saying? And oh yeah. So because I almost lost train of thought. So the supervisor that day was like, I guess was like, you know what, you need to do more work. Everybody's alcohol is pretty much stocked up. You know what I'm saying? So I need you to basically, I was running some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, had to run some cash down to the bar. I had to One time I even had to push it was basically a empty, those they stand up as big as a fridge, but they're like heaters, so that the people that are bringing up food, they put all the food in there, and yeah. So they was like, here, take this back to the or down to the kitchen. That way they can restock it and then they can bring it back up or whatever. Well, there's a sheriff. His job, they got sheriffs all over, and D1 college type uh, games. His job, well, since this was box seats and these are people with money, they're trying to keep them safe and shit. So this guy, his job was they literally had one guy that his job, he had a chair. He was sitting in the chair on the elevator. His job was to push the button. Like, you couldn't do it. Which floor you going? And you also had to show you had access to that floor. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, anybody would want to enjoy the benefits of a box seat. It's the best shit. It's the best way to do a game, in my opinion. You know, it's a party. But yeah, and it'll say what floor it is that you have. All of them are different. You know what I'm saying? And uh, there's a sheriff on there with them. You know what I'm saying? I guess in case someone tries to be like, no, fuck that. Like, I'm gonna try to sneak up on this floor or whatever. So the sheriff had to stay on there the whole time. So when I seen his body cam, I'm like, why does your body cam look like that? And he said, oh, because this is the new one. I was like, oh yeah. He said, oh yeah. He said, it's looking at you right now in HD. He said, this is the video is crystal clear. And I'm like, oh, okay. So when he said that, at the same time, I'm like, well, that's good because, now these bitch ass niggas ain't gonna be able to get away with shit. But I see not everybody has them HD body cams. That is bullshit. This should be a federal thing, not just a state to state thing. Like, it's crazy. It's 2023, and I bet Florida still isn't making everybody have cameras in the cop car. Like I said before with the ozone situation, they try to say that he cut the cord to the body cam because the real question is why is it so short? Once you got shot and dropped, if you drop, it should still be recording. It should still be recording long enough to where when the cops pull up, like they did, you should hear them talking like, "Hey, are you okay? Are you okay?" Shit like that. But no. So they try to say he cut the cord. Now I have seen body cams that it's attached to a cord or whatever, and I've also seen ones that, like Memphis, theirs is just like a walkie-talkie almost, not like a walkie-talkie. What I mean is, at the end of their shift, they can take it off and they'll set it on to this thing, and it charges it, kind of like the walkie-talkie mounts, and it'll charge it. So, yeah, someone cordless. That's how that motherfuckers fell off during the altercation that I'm talking about. With Tyre, one of the guys, shit fell off because it just clips on. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. They need to make it to where it cannot. They should have known. We need to make something that can't fall off. Just like they have it to where their gun can't just you can't. No one can just go and try to grab their gun and be able to pull it out because it's hooked to their belt. The holster is, and the gun is supposed to be buttoned or something. That way it can't fall out or nobody can grab your gun, you know? So that's how it should be with body cam. After all these videos where they want to see the body cam footage to see what happened, but they can't because the motherfucker's body cam fell off and somehow it happened to land to where the body cam is literally facing the ground instead of facing up. You know, happens like that. So much, too much. You know, it is good to see though that um that the truth and more and more information is coming out. Um and it's crazy, you know, when a person like when you know what happened, like say if you actually witnessed the shit that something crazy that happened, say like a mass shooting or something, and you witness it, right? And then you see how it plays out on the news, how they just spin their narrative how they want, um, how it takes a long time for certain information to come out, and it's like, why is it taking so long when certain people have told you what fucking happened, this and that? They leave certain shit out. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, I feel like they do that because say if you said everything in one show, just like a movie, right? Or like a show, a series. They don't put all of it in one thing because, well, then now they can't have episodes. So it's just like that. I feel like with news, they want to have episodes. So they're gonna release just a little bit of their information, and then the next day or the two or 3 days later, breaking news type shit. You know, instead of just everything that's how I do it. Anytime I hear something, I speak on all of it. I don't just be like, oh, I'm gonna wait on this. I'm gonna wait a couple days to speak on this or that, you know, because to be real, the shit that I'm speaking on, like I've seen CNN, for example, shit that I've spoke on, they didn't speak on for 2 or 3 days after I spoke on it, you know. Yeah, if anybody wants to hit the link, y'all can. Uh, State your opinion or whatever. Or I mean, you can change the subject if you want. I don't care. It's whatever. But yeah, it's crazy. The fucking chief on a brag. Oh yeah, they got in the last year they got over 800 guns off the streets and all this shit. And it's like the day she said that, I guarantee a few people got knocked off. Memphis is huge, you know, just like any big city. Like when you really think of like if you're on the south, like as far south as it goes from of Memphis, and you go all the way north, it's huge. And then you go east to west or west to east, you realize, damn, bro. And then all that in between there, all the square miles and shit, it's you'll never see, like even in my hometown, it's the second biggest city in Arkansas, right? And there's still places, neighborhoods, streets I've never been down. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just honestly how it is. Like if you don't know anyone in that area, what's the point of going? You know, sometimes I'm the type person that I used to do it when I smoked a lot. You know, like man, I used to smoke a lot, y'all. Fuck, but yeah, I would like rolling up and riding around and going down streets I ain't never been down. You know what I'm saying? That type shit, just seeing new shit, new houses. I like seeing like beautiful houses and shit, you know, not just because they're beautiful, but like, well, I like the architect. I like seeing some houses that are unique and shit. So yeah, I'd be riding around blowing like, damn, it's crazy. I didn't even know this was over here, you know, shit like that. And I do want to add on here, just in case anybody does bring this up. Uh, I'm not me. My title that does not justify uh, Demtrius doing what he did. Like, regardless if Tyre was messing around with, um, man, I'm tired of keep forgetting her motherfucking name, Tanisha. Even if he was, you know, like that, the shit that Demetrius did. That's what people would call little dick energy. You know what I'm saying? Like, because if Tyre was messing with Tanisha, that was also Tanisha's choice, right? So be mad at Tanisha. You know what I'm saying? Like I understand when motherfucker gets cheated on, they get pissed off and they want to fuck someone up. They may want to fuck you up and the person that you cheated with. I understand that. But as far as what they did, yeah, that was too much. And I can't wait for this shit to really actually come out. Even though I'm speaking on it, some of y'all are probably like, that's a theory. Yeah, that's a possibility, but only time will tell. And when y'all see on CNN or Fox or any of the big news, and y'all see that, because it's already being said, and I thought it was crazy because yes, like on here, at least I think it was mentioned on here first that it has something to do with the woman, you know. But it'll I believe it'll eventually make it on major news, and you know, even if it does, like I said, they better not try to paint no picture like as if um Demetrius had a reason to do that or whatever, because I don't know if they were married or not. I don't care. If they was, because it doesn't matter. She chose. That's what happened. She chose, and uh, boy, Memphis. I really fucking believe they acted the way they acted because they know how Memphis is. Memphis is, like I said, and I know that there's other cities that this happens too, but Memphis knows that there's, like I said, people will shoot their gun in front of a cop and not give two shits. They did it at Young Dolph's Memorial, a drive-by, and they knew that cops was right there. Like the cops, it's not like they were in unmarked cars or they were hiding behind the building. No, there was like, I want to say about 5 cop cars out there, and they were all by the street. Like they were parked on the sidewalk real close to the street. I think a couple of them had their lights on. And yeah, like you could not miss them for shit. You know. And if you're a street nigga, if you're doing, not even necessarily doing crime, but if you just are one of them type people that are trying to dodge the police because you see what's happening on TV and shit like that and on the news or whatever, me, I can spot a cop a mile away. Like if it's an actual, even if it's an unmarked car, like me, this shit used to be, it's still crazy to me. Hood niggas, street niggas. When the Dodge Charger came out, everyone's like, nigga, I want I want a Charger. Right? I'm like, why? So that when you pull up, you can spook the fuck out the hood? I want to say it was right around when I was in high school when all that was going on. I might have been in high school. And then right after, all the street niggas, the rappers is like, I want a fucking Charger and shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, why? Because me, I'm scarred for life. This state. Now, where I'm from, even around where I'm at now, the state troopers, their car are fucking Chargers. Like almost all of them are fucking Chargers. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, in Arkansas, where I'm from, on the interstate, that's all. They don't have SUVs that I've seen. And I'm an interstate motherfucker. That's why I say I'm certified. I'm I-40 certified. I should get I-40, and I might one day get I-40 tattooed on my body. My hometown, you can get on I-40 and go all the way to Memphis. You know what I'm saying? It's a straight. Once the dogs start barking, you got to grab that thing because you never know. You never know. The motherfuckers will tell on you. Motherfucker try to fuck with me, they'll tell on you. They're my alarm system. Let me hear a door get kicked in or a busted motherfucking window. Shit. Smell it. And I won't even turn the light off. That'd be too much to be like, hold on, I gotta go. No, I need to be thinking strategic. You know, all you're gonna hear is a lot of artillery. You'd be like, oh no, he didn't just empty one clip type shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to ever have to demonstrate for some of you hating ass motherfuckers. But You know, I know that's what it takes for a lot of motherfuckers. They need a demonstration. Back when I was younger, I used to love to give a demonstration with fighting. Any little reason. Man. That shit's crazy, y'all. Like, I'm still that same person that will react. I'm just a little more wiser, like, type shit. Like, is it worth doing this in public? And then now you're going to have to go to jail, bond out, pay a fine, possibly community service, being a felon, possibly, for breaking his jaw and his arms and fingers and shit like that. And you know what I'm saying? Because I got kids. You know what I'm saying? I'm literally not trying. I am breaking a cycle. You know what I'm saying? Of my family. Like, I'm literally breaking a cycle right now. And you know, that's definitely one big thing that you know, which I know as far as prayer goes, I know that's your prayer that you pray with God. That y'all's relationship is between y'all, you know, but I definitely, you know, I know everybody wants to live. I know there's some people out there that don't, even though there is a reason for everybody to live. But I want to be able to help teach and help basically be there for my kids growing up and their kids and possibly their kids, my great grandkids, you know, because I believe, you know, like I really I think it's fucked up when there's a family and they didn't get to meet their great grandparents because they might have passed when they were younger or before they was born. And it's just like, damn, like, just imagine. I look at it as, just imagine if every generation they was able to tell stories of how shit was. But like, oh yeah, like say your grandparent, their parents, like me. I was, you know, as far as slavery goes, yes, I know that I am ADOS, a descendant of slavery. I know that for a fact. I've like my grandma, she's literally told me which generation of my dad's side of the family was enslaved type shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's beautiful. Well, not the slavery part, but the just to know like the history, you know, because I just I don't like that our history was taken from us. Like, we were lied to, and then there's just this big gap. Motherfuckers want to say, oh yeah, dinosaurs lived 200 million years ago, and then you see like this guy lived 153 BC or AD, and it's like, okay, if they have these dates from way back then, how the fuck do they not have shit that we can look up? I feel like we should be able to be like, okay, what all? I mean, maybe you can. I don't know. Maybe I haven't looked it up, but 1312. What happened in 1312? You know, I don't know. History, yeah, it's just something that, yeah, we definitely need to know, because if the bad shit, the lying and shit that the governments and shit got away with 300 years ago, and they erase all that so that certain generations don't know about it, and then they get to redo it again. It works every time. I think that's kind of how it goes. You know what I'm saying? And people think with the slavery shit that it's not hard to take someone's religion and their language at all. All it takes is the people that already know how to fucking speak English and the shit that they know. You literally separate them from the babies. You take the babies and then boom, now you raise them and teach them exactly what it is that you want them to fucking know. And that's exactly what the fuck happened. You know, like the slaves, where they was trying to teach and tell certain people certain things, or anything, maybe how to escape or tell them the truth about certain shit. Yeah, they had little fucking torture devices where it's a thing that goes around your head and into your mouth, and it was made to hurt your tongue. If you spoke or moved your tongue, it would like cut it up with like razors and shit. You know what I'm saying? So it kept people from talking. And the people that wore those were the people that say the leaders. You know what I'm saying? They could literally lead a whole uh, a whole group of people. So yeah, it's fucked up, but history is something that, like right now, with my daughter, I've been, I'm working on her with different shit, especially like religion, teaching about different stuff, you know, because I mean, we go to church. But I understand the churches and shit, they have funding by the government, right? And regardless, that there should be no question, is Jesus or Yeshua, whichever name you want to use, is he white or black? Because if you actually read the Bible, it does not say he's white. And the area he's from Africa. So come on now. But even if that area wasn't Africa, that area is black people, or not even just black people. Like think of Iraq, Syria, and shit like that. Yeah, they're not white, but the government, it's just like school. They had to give all, even though all schools are different, they give every school a certain criteria to go by. That's why at the end of the year, like I remember, since I went to school in Arkansas, we had a test called ACTAP, Arkansas Comprehension Testing Accountability and or I forgot what the two A's stand for, but the P stands for program or some shit like that. But every state has that, where you basically test on all the shit that you learned through the whole entire fucking year. And everybody takes that same fucking test. It might be kind of like the what's that motherfucking how I don't the ACT and the SAT. Yeah. Like that, you gotta take that test to get to score for college and shit. So yeah, with religion, with Christians and churches and stuff like that, they had, when they're teaching kids in Sunday school and shit like that, and they get these little booklets, and they get the color of it and all that shit. There's all that right there. That's funded by the government and given from who the higher powers is who the churches and shit are like. This is what the kids are gonna be seeing there, and it's still to this day. Like when my kids, when they show me what they worked on, I'm like, it pisses me off. Like I really kind of low key want to go off on the church, but I understand that they're all being funded by the government, and if they don't follow that criteria, they're not going to get that funding, and they're going to have to pretty much come out of their own pocket type shit to make it happen, or use the tithes and shit. But they're still showing the white Jesus, you know, and it pisses me off with the long brown hair, straight brown hair. Like from what I know, I mean, Yeshua could have had locks, but I think he had a fro. You feel me? I think he had a fro. Just because they said his hair was like wool, sheep's wool. Think of a sheep. That motherfucker got an afro. You could pick that shit out. But yeah. I'm trying to think, was there something else I wanted to speak on before I get up off this bitch? This weather is like fucking with me. I can't stand having a runny nose and sneezing. Cause it ain't no joke when I sneeze. But I ain't gonna lie, like when I sneeze, like I ain't one of those that just I let that shit out. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, people that like, I don't know if you know, some of y'all probably know, but like when you're about to sneeze, you can plug your nose and the sneeze will go away. Sometimes, most of the time it'll work, but if you, I guess, wait too long, it won't work. It's kind of it's weird, but if you don't believe me, next time you're about to sneeze, just plug your nose. Well, you gotta have your mouth closed too, but plug your nose. That motherfucking shit will go away. But people that are just like, no, let that out. Like whatever it was, it's like tickling your nose, and it's up there. That's the whole point of sneezing, because it's something there, even if it's just something tickling your nose. Like if you got tissue going up there and you hit a spot and it tickles and it makes you sneeze, your body is sneezing to get something out. So get it out. I used to be like that because I'd be in class and I'd be like, I want people to hear me, sneeze. And plus, I'd see so many people they would sneeze, and then snot would come out their mouth, and I'd be like, "Oh, damn!" So that's really. I've had a runny nose, and I sneezed, and I kind of felt a little snot come out, but nothing like just where they sneeze and they're like, "I need a tissue," or "Oh my god, someone give me a tissue." That's never happened, thank God. But I promise you, in school, I would, because I didn't want that to happen. But fuck that. Now that I know, you need to get that shit out. I don't care how loud I am. And when I sneeze 10 times in a row, back to back, like achoo, 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 I'd be like, no, no, no. I don't even be thinking like, bro, you're loud. I don't be caring. I'd be like, look, let me get that off me. For real. I'm mad. Can't stop rubbing my nose, but damn, it hurts. I forgot where I put that fucking Vicks. I have to put some of that shit on my motherfucking chest and around my nose and shit. My fucking nose is raw. Y'all know how motherfuckers when they call it like when motherfuckers get taxes, right? They call it hood rich, right? Or ghetto rich, however you want to say it. Man, this shit, like it's one thing if motherfucker like be on YouTube or whatever social media flashing money, if they're flashing money every month of the year or every week of the year. But we all know if they're flashing money between January and April, that's most likely fucking income tax money, right? And I witnessed that shit today. I said, oh my God. Like, Memphis got a lot of rappers, famous rappers. So, everybody want to be a rapper. I used to want to be a rapper. You know what I'm saying? Even when I was little, like I was in second grade when I did my first rap. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, the dude I wrote it with, since I ended up going to a different school, we seen each other because he's probably still living in my hometown, but he stayed like we was in the same grade. So once we got into junior high and high school, we would see each other. And at that time, he was my best friend in second grade. But yeah, he could actually rap better than me. Lil Bow Wow. That was whenever Lil Bow Wow had came out. I can't remember what it's called, but the album where he's like holding the pit bull back, he made me want to rap. Lil Bow Wow was who made me want to rap and shit. And yeah, but where the fuck was I going with this shit? I hate when that shit happens. Oh yeah, the income tax shit. So like I could hear just outside my window, someone was walking. When I walking, someone was just outside, and he's like rapping real loud. Like I don't know if he had I don't know if he had little. It didn't look like he had the big headphones on, or if maybe he just had AirPod or something in his ear. I don't fucking know. But I could hear him like, damn, like, and honestly, at first I was thinking someone was yelling like they was gonna fight. I'm like, what the fuck? Is there a fight? So I look out, and I see this dude. He's like, throwing up, twisting his fingers and shit, and he's rapping. And when I looked out, there was two other guys walking toward him, and they kind of like, but while the dude he's throwing shit up, I didn't realize he had in one of his hands he had money. So he's walking, he's like, he's spreading the money out, he's feeling good, like, what, doing all this, and I'm analyzing it all. Immediately think income tax money. Immediately think, bruh, this is Memphis, first of all. And if this was 2013, I would that would be my money. Dead ass. That'd be my motherfucking money. You know what I'm saying? Who we would. I'd be like, because I heard him say how much it was. He said, nigga, this just, he's like, he will say some shit like, this just pocket change. It's just a little 4,000. You know what I'm saying? And there's a couple dudes. It's like the ones that's walking past him. They like, ooh, like boosting his head up. They give him dap and shit. And I'm like, first of all, he probably got some chicks part of her income tax. Like, and I know it's income tax money, you know what I'm saying? Because if you got it like that, it's just a little 4,000, right? Okay, well, where's your car at? Why are you walking? And I can tell, bruh, I'm good with reading people. You know what I'm saying? First of all, the whole area from Texas all the way past Tennessee and shit, and even up north a little bit, done got some snow and ice. So the road is frozen, motherfucker. So, and it's cold as a bitch. Even though I do see, that's what I'm saying. I know a runner when I see one. I'm an athlete, even though I'm not really doing basketball and the athletics I used to do in school. I'm still an athletic person. So I know when I see one, the way he was dressed, this motherfucker sagging at the same time, And so, yeah, scratch him being out there running. No, the motherfucker don't got no damn car. Okay. Talk about, this is a little 4,000, you know what I'm saying? Spread it out like, yeah, nigga. Like, I understand when you really don't have that much money ever at one time, and when you get it, yeah, it does feel good to have more money than you're used to, and you can spend more money than you're used to. I understand. But man, like I mentioned on here before, motherfucker wanted to do the same shit, and I got out. That's mine. Got back in the car and going. Now motherfucker standing in the car or in the street like, and I know, like I said before, I know what that motherfucker was going to do. I analyze this shit real quick. And even if I don't do it real quick, after the fact, it's like it is photographic memory. I think back, like even times when I was done wrong, I think back was like, that was the sign where I should have knew that something was about to happen, that they did me wrong or stole from me, or you know what I'm saying? It's photographic memory and shit. But yeah, I thought after the fact, I thought, wait, yeah, he definitely was gonna go get some bud or something, re-up, whatever you want to say. But he left two of his homies in the car, they must not be allowed to go into the plug's house or whatever. He is. He instead of just counting the money in the car, you know, unless he is the middleman and he don't want them to know he's about to make some extra off of it. So maybe he was counting it out to be like, yeah, this much of it's mine or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how middlemen get their money. Add a little more to the price. If that person's willing to pay it, then bet they'll take that extra off of it. But yeah, he's just not looking at all. Plus, this was a town where, you know, that not really much crime happens. Shit does happen, but they wasn't used to a nigga like me that came from where I came from. You know what I'm saying? That like where I came from, yes, hit licks was a thing. You know what I'm saying? You'll get your ass robbed quick. It's still like that. You know what I'm saying? All the above. You get your ass robbed, get your ass shot. Uh, all of the above, you know. And yeah, you should never, wherever you're at, you should never pull out a whole bunch of money just thinking, oh yeah, I want to stunt real quick. Because somebody needs it more than you do. You know what I'm saying? Like you can have money that can pay your bills, enough to pay your bills, and then you get your taxes. So now you got a little extra more money. So when they take, if someone takes it, it's not like you're gonna be dead ass broke and have to be homeless. No, there's someone that's probably homeless or about to be homeless, and they're like, "Nah, fuck that. I'm not about to let my motherfucking kid be out in the cold." So yeah, they'll get you. You know what I'm saying? Fucking right, they'll get you. So no, so that's for the people that's gonna filing income taxes and shit like that. Like, and also like I said, I understand when you're not used to having that much money at one time and you get it, you may want to take some pictures with all the money or whatever. Keep that in your phone. Don't go posting it. Like me, if I was to do something like that, which I don't, but if I did, I'm ready and willing to face anybody that thinks they're gonna try to come get that off of me or whatever, you know. But a lot of y'all ain't. A lot of y'all assume that it's not gonna happen, you know. Especially the ones that ain't ever seen no real shit happen in real life. Y'all just be seeing movies and think, oh shit only happens in the movies. Well, I'll say in real life is worse than the movies. You know what I'm saying? Even though the movies, you know, it might seem like, damn, that's some gangster shit. The real life is just, matter of fact, they base a lot of movies off of real life situations. So they get their fucking ideas. But don't flash your income tax money. Definitely don't go live with it because, bruh, I know how people feel on both sides when they rob someone and when they get robbed. When they rob someone, they super happy. They feel on the top of the world like, nigga, I just hit me a lick. I just came up. And then when you get robbed, yeah, you're like, all you're thinking is, why did I never should even pull that shit out, trying to stunt and shit, you know, like backfired on you type shit. You know, unless you're the type person that's like, I'm not stopping until I get it back. You know, me, I was always the type person, if I have to go get it back, there's gonna be interest on it. That's what they do at banks, pawn shops, you know. So professionally, if they can add interest, okay. Street wise, that's how I thought too. Fuck that. interest. You want to front, you want to borrow money. There's interest on it. Why let them? Well, unless it's family, I guess. But why let someone borrow 10 and then whenever they can just pay you the 10 back? No, fuck that. They can do 15 or 20. You know. Well, y'all, I think I'm about to get off here. The chat is dead now. Deadened. The last motherfucking the last comment was narcolepsy. That was an hour and 10 minutes ago. So the chat is officially stopped. It's been stopped. You know what I'm saying? And I know there's people hopping off, people hopping on, you know. But yeah. As far as the main topic, kind of spoke on what I planned on speaking on, you know. I wasn't gonna go live tonight because I really am sick. Don't really feel like I didn't feel like doing it, but as far as my nose and shit running, that's still going on. But I think that medicine kicked in because I was feeling like fuck this. I'm just gonna go to bed. That's how I was feeling. Damn, I didn't realize it's motherfucking 11:58. 2 minutes till the second day of February. And by the way, happy motherfucking Black History Month. You know what I'm saying? And I can't. Yeah, I'm just not used to it being February yet. You know what I'm saying? Could have spoke on that at the beginning, the intro, because you know, I'm speaking on Memphis shit, and Memphis, for those that ain't never been, that is one of, I know there's other cities too, but Memphis is just really the downtown area. Like I said before, they got the Civil Rights Museum. That's where Martin Luther King was shot. So all that shit that has to do with Black History Month, there's a Second Street, right? If you're walking down Second Street, there's so many things that you can see that has to do with Black History Month. Stuff that you probably don't like, facts that you could read, or stuff that you could see that you didn't even know about. You know what I'm saying? Like it's cool. You know, if you ever go to Memphis, even if it's not Black History Month, if you are Black, I feel like you should, you know, park somewhere and literally walk all the way down. Now, I wouldn't. Well, you could park in the parking lot of the Lorraine Motel and walk down Second Street and see everything, but I would say park somewhere north of the Lorraine Motel. That way you could just walk and you'll see all the little stuff that they have up first, and then you'll end with the Lorraine Motel, the Civil Rights Museum. Yeah, I actually did a live once. I don't think it was on here. I think it was a Facebook Live, but yeah. Anybody that's going to Memphis this month that's never been, and even if you have been, go back. It feels the same. Even living in this motherfucker, going there is still, it's like the same feeling. It's a good feeling. And well, a good feeling and a not so good feeling, because you get to see reality of, because I didn't live in the days of segregation. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't have existed back then. So I look at it as something serious, because it's like, because of everybody standing up for that, I was able to be made. Me being mixed, I was able to be made because of the shit that people stood up for. And that's kind of how I look at it. I remember I told my daughter one time, I said, if it wasn't for this stuff right here that went on, I said, me and you wouldn't be born unless it was low key, like, because like Abraham Lincoln, he got black kids, mixed kids. He was in love with a black woman. So, matter of fact, I've even heard Abraham Lincoln is black himself, and he's mixed. For sure. Yeah, y'all's definitely welcome for anything that I might have said that was interesting or educational on certain topics. Well, any of it that I talked on today, especially the shit that happened with Tyre Nichols. Like I said, I understand some of y'all may feel like what I said about the girlfriend thing, or Demtrius, one of the cops, Demtrius Haley, his baby mom apparently being, I don't know if they was just fucking, if they was dating, but that's pretty much what's going on right now. You know what I'm saying? As I said, what, two shows ago, I know somebody and they have a sibling, which I'm not connected with this person's sibling. I don't know who it is. I was just told that their sibling is on the Memphis Police Department, or their cousin or something like that. And when I spoke on certain shit, it was like, yeah, you're right. You know what I'm saying? You're barking up the right tree type shit. So yeah, that's pretty much what's going on. Like, it'll come out. It'll fucking come out. Like, when somebody's like, even the baby mom, she may even get in trouble because, like I said, question, and for anybody that has podcasts that may watch my show, I don't care if you have 100 subscribers. Like, whenever I had 100 subscribers, I got my first video that I ever posted. It was actually before I had 100 subscribers. Got 36,000 views. So don't think that just because you have a small platform that your one video can't take off. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember my shit, literally, I was getting 1,500 to 2,000 views on my first video every day. Like, it just kept getting viewed and viewed and viewed. I was like, damn. I remember when it got to 1,000, I was like, oh shit. And when it got to 5,000, I said, I looked at my wife and I said, damn, it's this easy for people to view your shit. And then they got to 10,000, to 20,000, to 25. And it just kept going up. Yeah, it's deeper. It's definitely deeper than deep. But uh, if you're looking from the outside in, I mean, I kind of am just because I don't know Tyre. I don't know any of those cops. But me having and hearing and peeping certain shit, yes, it's a deep rabbit hole, but I'm starting to see the bottom of the fucking hole. You know what I'm saying? Because without knowing, without even being told, it's the reason why they targeted him. Then that's when the rabbit hole seems like it's never gonna end. You know, but knowing that it's over a woman, and that's why he was targeted. You know, that yeah, it's fucked up. It's fucked up. Very fucked up. Targeted because man. It should be first degree murder. And honestly, mark my words, y'all. And whenever all that shit happens, and I do another show and be like, I told y'all, I can go back. I'm gonna be like, I spoke on it, I called it. I believe that shit's gonna be from gonna go from second to first. The mom, Tyre's mom, wanted first degree murder. They didn't. Y'all know that has to be planned type shit, and or however you say it. Is I believe maybe not all of them, but Demtrius may get first degree murder because it was out of you know vengeance. He wanted revenge. So he may face first degree murder, and all of them should be facing some type of murder charge since he passed because nobody helped. You know, they see that he was fucked up, and they was more worried about are these your glasses, or talking to other cops, telling them uh, the story like, oh yeah, he's all something. Man, I was rocking him with haymakers, and he was eating them. You know, man, it's fucked up. It's fucked up because with cops just not being able to hit them back when they're beating the brakes off of people. I like you know how they say citizen arrest, and how in the Constitution we're supposed to be able to fight the I think it's the Second Amendment with the guns. We are supposed to be able to fight against our government if they are committing treason, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? We should be able to fight back. And, I look at it as like the guns, like fully automatic weapons and shit, military guns. They don't want the streets to have that because what it can do because of all the mass shootings and shit. But let's be real. Like, we can't have a nuke. So, how are we supposed to even fight against the government or the police or whatever when they're going to have access to more supplies than we could ever have? Um, yeah. All right, y'all. It's 12/11. It's February 2nd. It's time for me to get my motherfucking ass off here. I've been on here 2 hours and 5 minutes. Um, Yeah, first-degree murder should be the charge. For real. As usual, I don't know when I'll be back on. You know, my next show may be about the same topic. Because I mean it's a fucked up thing, and like we were just saying, the rabbit hole shit. More information will fucking come out, and you know, we may even get find something out that, I mean, it's even more surprising than the shit that we're hearing. Even more mind blowing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, but yeah, justice for Tyre for sure. Um, Man, I can't believe Memphis right now is on the map for this shit. I know Memphis is a motherfucker, right? But damn, bro. The Memphis cops are dickheads. You know what I'm saying? They're straight dicks. And that's about all, man. That's all I gotta say on that. But appreciate that, E Johnson or EA Johnson. I don't know if, by the way, I don't know if you ever been on my show. I've never seen that name. Uh if you have, uh cool. If you haven't, I hope you like the show and subscribe and all that. Hold up. Have you always used that same name? Like, have you been in the comments as the same name? Because I for real got photographic memory, and like I definitely have never seen this name in the comments. And every time I see Johnson, it makes me assume like if someone has something Johnson in their name, it makes me assume like they're supporters of GMJ, which ain't nothing wrong with it. I got you. I got you. Yeah, Tarka Bay, man. I don't know if you rock with him or not, but uh, that's yeah. Honestly, I've been on his show. I don't know, more times I can count on my hand. I mean, I had like I've only done one or maybe two shows where the show was about me. I guess you could say about what me talking, but there's been times where I've hit the link and he brought me on and I'll talk some shit, but the show be about something totally different that don't have nothing to do with me, you know. Uh, it started with me like taking up for Crystal Muhammad when I started like talking shit about him, and then it went from there. He like started talking shit about me on his show, and I was like, you know what, we can do this, and that's what I did. I exposed the truth. I didn't just like put dirt on his name to make him look bad, like you know. But yeah, it was a while ago when I did his show. I don't watch his show anymore, you know. Like, and if I do, it's kind of uh, yeah, yeah. I don't have a problem with Michi. You know, she's never that I know of. She's never talked shit about me, at least on her show. I know at one time she was hearing some lies about me, so she kind of questioned me about it. Well, no, not necessarily questioned me about it. She like I brought it up and she said, "Yeah, about that. There's a lot of people saying that I was selling ozone shirts and pocketing the money instead of doing what I said I was gonna do with it. It was Remy that was doing that. Uh, yeah, the way he talks about people all the time, like he'll say how black people are being oppressed and all this shit, but I don't know. He'll act like he's your friend. He'll have you on and be like, "Oh yeah, this is a smart young brother. Like he's this and that. He's the real deal." And then somebody will email him and be like, "Hey, I just want you to know I got some dirt on this dude. This dude did this. He's lying about that." And then for more drama, he'd be like, "Bet, come on my show and tell the people what you know." So he'll be cool with a motherfucker, and then allow someone to come on and bash that person, and you know what I'm saying. And of course, he knows that's gonna make people want to think, "Oh yeah, this is a juicy steak right here," because they respected this person, and then out of nowhere, now he has a title. Like it's just some flip flop shit. And that's another reason why I stopped being cool with him. I was cool with him at first, but I was cool with Crystal Muhammad more than I was cool with him. And he started talking shit about her, and I was like, "What the fuck? You was literally cool with her, saying how she's the real deal, like she's a real revolutionary, and then talk shit about her, you know." So yeah, I don't. I'm pretty sure he hasn't mentioned me, but I told him. I feel like I scared him, which he may. Now that I say that, someone may tell him he might say something just to try to prove he ain't scared or whatever. But he doesn't want to smoke at all. Or as I actually picked up this new word, and I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna start saying this because see, my daughter, she's a real one, and when I heard her say it, I said, "Ooh," I said, "Ooh," I was like, "I like that." You know what I'm saying? So I'm literally gonna start saying it. Y'all, if y'all steal this fucking word, y'all better just be like, "Yeah, I got this from Boss Talk." Really, I got this from Boss Talk's uh daughter. You know what I'm saying? But she was talking to my son, right? They was arguing. She had just gotten the car from school, and she had like some papers that she was wanting to. She kept like, I'm driving. She's like, here, tapping my shoulder with the papers here. My son reaches up and grabs them. She's like, "That's not for you. That's for mom and dad." And he's like, and she's like, you want some steam? She's like, yeah, I'll give you some steam if you want it. I was like, ooh. I said, I like that. I like that. You know what I'm saying? I like that. Straight up said, you want some steam? Because I'll give you some steam if you want it. I said, ooh, you talking like your dad, boy. You know, yeah. Then I had to ask her, I said, where would you hear that from? You hear that from somewhere? She's like, no, I just said it. I was like, well, that was real because it definitely, you know what I'm saying? People be saying, you don't want to smoke with me. You don't want to smoke with me. Nigga, you don't want to smoke with me. Nigga, you don't want to steam with me, nigga. So, yeah. I even told her, I said, I gotta steal that phrase. I'm going to start using it and make it a thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to make it a thing. Steam. You heard it here first. You heard no rapper say it. No nothing. Niggas don't want no steam. They really don't. Just like she said, I'll give you some steam. I can wait for her to get older, but I'm excited to see if God willing. That's one thing I always ask for is to be able to see them grow old and be you know what I'm saying, their personality as a kid, teenager, adult, even grandparent. That's what I want. And she's gonna be a firecracker. My son definitely is. He already is. Like there's just in my family, there's no bitch in our blood. I really believe it is definitely hereditary. That there's just no how can I say it? There's no cowards in my family on both sides. That's why I believe, it's just it'd be impossible for them to be a coward, especially when they get older type shit. I kind of tell my kids in a way, like, I definitely tell them, like, if you got, I don't care if your teacher says no fighting in school. I'm gonna teach you how I was taught. If they hit you, knock the fuck out of them. I don't care if you get in trouble at school, I'll take you to get ice cream. We'll watch movies. You could watch your Nintendo Switch or tablet. You could do what you will not be in trouble at home for taking up for yourself. Yeah, for sure. I'm definitely raising them up to be a army. Like, even like my nieces and nephews, all of them, like, I want them to be tough because I look at it as right now, they got my full protection. And anybody that I'm cool with, all my connections, my family, I know how to move like chess to make shit happen to protect my family. And, that's definitely what I'm going to instill in my son, so that when I'm gone, he'll be able to take over. Or even when I get a little too old and I'm not as active as I am or can be right now, because I am the number one protector of. Trust me, don't get it twisted. I have people in my family that are very willing to protect the women of my family. But the way I rock, I'm the number one protector of my family, especially the women. You know, like I'm most likely gonna get away with it, type shit. You know, because I know a lot of motherfuckers be like, I told you not to touch her, and they go beat them up. I've done it before too. You know, beat up sisters' boyfriends and shit. Um, okay. If is it cool if I call you tomorrow? Um, cause I ain't gonna lie, I was supposed to get off here 30 minutes ago. I just keep talking, but I know I'm basically gonna when I get off here, I'm pretty much hit the sheets. But yeah, I hope you're doing well too. It's been a while. It's been a while. The shit's crazy here in town. Crazy as a motherfucker. Can't you know? But yeah, y'all stay safe. And for the ones that is dealing with this wintry storm, whatever you want to call it, you know, uh, you've been protesting. See, I thought about it, but I'm like, you know what? It's not like I'm scared because shit. When I got my arm broke, I got out. Like I got to the jail at like 10. Like I went to the hospital like 4 p.m. Got to the jail about 10, and I got out at like 1 or 2 in the morning, something like that. You know, I stayed in the home cell. I went to sleep and got woke up, type shit. Like it's time to go. Um, oh, that's what's up. Oh yeah, I want to definitely talk to you about that because if y'all go to another town hall meeting, because like I don't know if you heard what I said earlier about, or you may already know about it about. Um, I'm gonna do this because. Okay, that's what's up. You stay safe for sure. Um, but you know, Demtrius Haley. I'm gonna just say I'm pretty sure he's the one that set all this up because Demtrius Haley, his baby mom, her name that's the woman in my thumbnail. Her name is Tanisha Jeffries. That is Demtrius Haley's baby mom. And the rumor is the word is going around in the street. You know what I'm saying? Like, and really, it ain't going around as it should. You know, I believe it was talked about on here first. Not even gonna lie, dead ass talked about this 2 shows ago. But that was a so-called rumor. But basically, the cop Demtrius was found out that Tyre was messing with his baby mom, so it was a revenge thing. You know what I'm saying? And he got the little scorpion unit to get on it to find that car when you pull it over, pull his ass over, and we gonna get him type shit. You know, for real, like it's deep, but at the same time, it's like it needs to be changed from second-degree murder to first-degree murder because this shit was planned. This was not the Scorpion unit. It's plain as day. The Scorpion unit does not do traffic stops that has to do with reckless driving. That's not what the Scorpion unit was made for. For fucking traffic stops that have to do with reckless driving, fuck no. It would be different if it was like some like a kingpin that's been wanted and he was in traffic, and then they're like, all right, yeah, send the Scorpion unit or whatever, because that's what they deal with. Hot spot policing is how they say it. Hot spot policing. That's what the chief of police made. Well, there's 3 units that she made, and each unit has 10 cops in it. 10 in each unit, and they're made for hot spot policing, going to find, get the guns off the streets, all the worst crime type shit. I mean, they're definitely not like the top of the line, the top type cops, but these are, as you could tell, the way they talked like they were some street niggas. You know what I'm saying? The first cop that walked up on him said, stop resisting, I'm gonna blow your shit back. Like that ain't a way a cop talks. You know what I'm saying? That's the way a street nigga talks. I'll blow your shit back. Keep fucking with me. Like that's how he talked. And when I heard it, I'm like, oh shit. And before I knew about the Scorpion, that it was a unit that they were in, I was like, hold up. These cops, they are probably cops that was hired to go undercover, go up to motherfuckers and be like, man, I need a sack. You know what I'm saying? Like play that type deal on some drug busting shit. You know what I'm saying? Because nowadays, it's not like back in the days where, people's like, I ain't selling to you if I don't know you. Nowadays, it's like, they don't have to know you. They just want to get that bread. Like, especially with weed, because weed has became, I mean, more than half the states have something to do with weed. And most of them have Delta 8 CBD. So actual shit that looks like bud is being sold in tobacco stores and shit, vape shops and shit. So they're really getting us ready for seeing all this weed and shit, or really seeing it. And, it's not the same as it used to be. Weed is here soon. It's going to probably be federally legal. Missouri starts selling. It's going to be selling. Some places will be selling for, tomorrow. Or wait. No, on the 3rd, Friday. But if not Friday, for sure on the 6th, Monday, selling recreational. You get to buy 3 motherfucking ounces at a time. That shit wild. Excuse me, that's better than Colorado. Colorado, you can only buy 1 ounce at a time as a non-resident. Residents can buy 2 ounces. So it's like, or maybe 2.5, but for sure 2 ounces that residents can buy in Colorado. In motherfucking Missouri, you can be a non-resident and buy 3 ounces at a time. That's crazy. Boy, that's crazy. That's crazy as hell. Well, I mean, it's cool as fuck, but yeah, yo, I'll be back on here soon. I'm gonna try to hop on here a little earlier than I normally do, like, cause I know people got jobs and shit, so they don't be up. Cause I got to get back to having people come on the show again. You know what I'm saying? Hitting the link and talking again. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of shows that I want to get back rolling again, where I'm having guests come on. Used to, that's how, what I looked for was I'd reach out to people and be like, hey, when you want to do a show this day, set up times and dates and all that shit. and then I just stopped doing it. Haven't done it for like a year. I mean, I'll put the link in and let random people hit the link. But used to, I would literally set up certain dates and times and shit for people to come on and speak on certain shit, and then I'll put the link in, and anybody can join. You know, yeah, y'all remember some of y'all? I'll be having like 6 to 10 people up in this bitch, and everybody be talking at the same time, and I'm like, oh my god, hold up, y'all, hold up. Y'all remember Kirky Durkee? Wouldn't let nobody talk. You know what I'm saying? That guy. You know, I know he's gone. Rest in peace to him. But man, like he wouldn't let nobody talk. I had to be like, bro, I might have to mute you or kick you off. Like you gotta respect the other people. And he didn't care. He did not care. But all right, y'all. I love y'all. Yeah, like I said, I don't know when I'll be back on. It's always random. I'm a random ass motherfucker. For real. Random. You know, I could just randomly show up in your city. Not even tell you. And pop up in a hotel on a live and be like, yeah, I'm in Dallas or I'm in wherever. Random as fuck. I need to start taking trips again. I stopped like 2022. I really didn't take many trips. 2021, I was a trip taking motherfucker that year. Like I was all over. Went to Colorado, Louisville, went to the beach, went to Alabama. Actually, I went to Alabama twice. Went to Chattanooga, went to Atlanta. Yeah, I remember when I did the when I went to the Georgia Aquarium. That shit's dope. But then I walked up on, actually right around the corner, pretty much of the aquarium is where King Vaughn got killed. Well, shot. He didn't die right there, where he got shot at the hookah lounge. That shit crazy. Shit's crazy. But yeah, let me get off here for real. I keep saying it, and I just keep talking. I just got hit in broadcast. That's all I gotta do. Love y'all. Mahalo.